What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's the first video of the new year. I hope all you guys had an amazing new year. Didn't get too crazy, not too many drinks. Hopefully you guys have had a chance now, if you haven't, sit down and write down some goals for 2023 that you want to conquer. In my experience, each individual's work ethic is the biggest determining factor in their success. And I think if you're working towards something, you need to have it outlined and know exactly what you're marching toward. So if you haven't had a chance to set goals, figure out where you want to be financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, then watch this video first and then sit down with a pad and paper and try to figure out what type of path you would like to take to success over the next 12 months. So to start off this video, I'm briefly going to talk about why this campaign to burn drip is a scam. It's false, it's not true, and all the fudders are going crazy. But before I explain that, I need to remind you guys, if you don't mind, please tune in tomorrow. I've got a live stream with Crypto Wendy O. And if you're not familiar with her, this is her. She's got a channel with probably like 190,000 subscribers. She's agreed to come on the channel, talk a little bit about women in crypto, some of the market environment that's going on right now, some current events, and a few other things. So if you guys are available in about 25 hours from now, please be sure to tune in, like the stream, blow up the chat. Just let her know that we have a good community behind us and it's worth her time coming on a smaller channel like mine. I truly appreciate it. So let's talk real quick about this false concept of burning drip. And as soon as I've briefly explained that, then I'll go into some other projects that are making me money. And I know some of you guys are in those too. So there's a lot of people behind this, and I think Ray from Bartertown is the one who started it. But along the way, some of the vernacular got a little bit convoluted. So the concept of buying drip and burning it is actually false. So the fudders that are out there in the chat saying that you're not going to burn drip, it's not possible, it's just trying to make exit liquidity for some of the early investors, they are right about a couple things. One, it doesn't burn drip. And two, you will always be extra liquidity for anyone who purchased at a lower price than you. That's just how it is with every single investment. So what actually happens, and I'll link you to a video. I watched it yesterday. I don't know which one it is, but of course it's by Drip Coach. Great breakdown of exactly what's happening when you are purchasing drip and then sending it to the tax vault. It doesn't actually burn the drip. It sends it to the tax vault, which is actually where we need the money, because the more we add to the tax vault, the less we have to mint. And it is actually helping quite a bit. We had a bunch of sales go on this morning. Right now, the current price is 77 cents, but this thing got all the way up to like 95, 96 cents over the last couple of days. So we've seen a nice boost there. There's a few different ways to burn drip, i.e. send it to the tax vault. And I've personally been using the drip.fi.app tool. So as you guys know, I like to support any community initiatives that I can. So I'm gonna buy some drip right now. I'm gonna buy 20, I'm gonna keep 10 for myself, and I'm gonna send 10 to the tax vault. So let me buy these real quick, confirm it on the ledger, come over to the drip.fi.app/burn, which of course, like I said, is the wrong term for it, technically speaking, but it is what it is. We're sending drip to the tax vault. A lot of people are seeing it as a burn. No matter what you want to call it, it is helping. So I'm happy to take a part in it. So let's burn the 10. Never use this. Let's do the exact 50. We'll say burn drip and confirm it. All right, that's sent off. Now let's jump over back to the faucet. I will max out the rest of my deposit these 38 something in there right now. And there we go, 18,809. So I'm getting pretty close to 19,000. That should happen later on today. I'll be at 20,000 before you know it. And I just got to get up to that 27,400. I am about 35, 40 days away from that. So I will see a max wallet in the first 2 weeks of February. All right, moving on to the next moneymaker. Let's go over to the animal farm. Current TVL of the animal farm is still 116 million, which is good. You've seen a reduction in the dogs price all the way down to 27. I am slowly DCAing into dogs. I'll tell you what, if it gets down to maybe like 22 or 20, I'm gonna load up the truck and try to get a bunch more. I'm not sure exactly how low it will go. I know we'll probably see some dump happen here as the tax get higher and higher, or the tax reduction gets higher and higher, I should say. Let's go to the dog pound actually and just see what we got going on here. So I got 25 in auto compounding, 40 here. I'm trying to get these both up to 50 and 50. My tax reduction, and I think I did these on the first days, up to 64%. So, I'm getting down pretty low on these. I got to imagine that the folks who want to cheat are going to do that here pretty soon as it starts getting down into the 70, 75, 80% tax reduction. That's pretty significant. Most of those guys are going to be in profit. For me, I do have a long-term strategy to sell dogs, but that is not right now. So I'll put that in on another video, but I do have a specific way of exactly how I want to do it, and I got it dialed in, and I'm hoping, knock on wood, that someone doesn't come out with a video describing exactly what I want to do, but it's very likely. Most of my YouTube buddies have similar strategies to me, so there's a good chance that one of them might pump out some content on it, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Pig pen, I'm still at 110 pigs. That's producing me 20 bucks a day, maybe a little over that, maybe 22. I think it's about 20 cents per pig, which is awesome for me. I mean, I get all my gas covered easily right here. I probably spend 10 bucks a day in gas, so that's not too bad. Piggy bank's still moving along. My main stake that has most of the money in it will expire in the middle of February, so I'll have some more money there. Once that expires, I plan to just put that money in the pig pen. I really ultimately just want to build up that position. Dog pound you saw, farms, this got all the way up to 13 something. Now it's back down to 1163. So I'm just growing my dogs via the farms. I'm going to continue to DCA in these positions because I want those blue chip cryptos for the long term. So why would I not purchase them, stick them in here, earn some yield, and then I can hold those for when they 5 or 10x, and I can capitalize on those gains and then move it into another undervalued asset. Drip garden's still rocking for me as well. I've been doing a little bit of claiming periodically, and then just some compounding, some up to 92 million plants. With this, that's 93 million. So I'm just trucking along. I compound for several days. I'll claim for a portion of a day, and I'll stuff that money into other investments on here. I'm just trying to accumulate. For the time being, all the money that I make in crypto, since I don't need it in real life, is gonna get reinvested back into crypto because I think everything is super depressed right now. And so this is the year that I'm gonna do a ton of accumulation. Now I don't know if we'll see like a real bull market this year. Statistically, it would happen early next year, but we could see things recover, bounce back a little bit, just find a nice even ground. And as you know, in most cryptos, if there's some sort of consistency, the fear starts to leave the market. And with any of these daily ROI protocols, things will flatten out a little bit. They might not be crazy big gainers, but we won't be in a position where every day you get up in the morning and you check your DeFi and crypto assets and you got that fear in the back of your mind it's going to get wiped out. Some of that will subside. It will happen this year. I'm hoping that it's sooner than later, but just be prepared for that. I'm going to do plays at all different risk levels. So I've got stuff all the way from just holding blue chips to the animal farm, which I think is rock solid. Then you've got some daily ROI protocols that I think will be around for a long time, regardless of whatever the price is. Then I'm in some miners and other protocols, which of course are higher risk, faster, and higher return. And so I'm going to do all of it. I'm going to try and be as transparent as possible about the risk. Listen, if you guys have tried miners before and you've got burn on them and you don't want to do it again, just don't do it. If you guys have tried miners before and realized that the reason you lost money is because you got in late, then get into those projects early so you can ROI and then start playing with house money. You got to play each protocol differently. A lot of you guys tried a lot of things last year. What you need to do is learn the lessons that those protocols were trying to teach you, and then use those lessons for this year with anything you want to get into. So let's jump next to Furio. Furio is still paying me. I know there's some people in the community that don't like Furio just because it's not drip or in the Forex Shark ecosystem, which by the way, I did the math. I put over $40,000 into Forex Shark projects. So for all the people that are saying only talk about Forex Shark projects, you can't talk about anything else. A, it's my channel. I'll talk about whatever I want to. And B, after putting 40 grand into one specific protocol or the two protocols, I think I've earned myself enough leeway to invest a few $1,000s into other protocols as well. So for those people, if you don't like the mixed content, then only watch those videos. For the people who don't like drip and animal farm for whatever reason, you can of course watch the other type of content I'm putting out. And for everyone else, which is the bulk of you guys, just watch all of it and let me know which projects you're actually interested in. So back to Furio. Furio is still paying me. So I've been keeping myself in a positive status. I'm not trying to drain this. I'm up at 1.25%. I want to continue this to grow. I'm at about 17,500 tokens in the vault, which means at this rate, I'm like 5 or 6 weeks out from maxing out this wallet too. So I'm going to max out this wallet, my drip wallet, and my piggy bank pretty much all at the same time. So that will be super helpful. I have gotten myself to the point, I compounded for that 5 months or whatever straight and just started claiming after the issues happened just to make sure I got some money back. I have claimed a little over $2,000 in profit. So with that, I actually have ROI'd on the project. So pretty much everything after this is profit for me. So I'm going to play the game like a good investor. I'm going to continue to compound and keep myself in a positive status until I get to a max wallet. Then I'm going to move some of that money over to Furio Finance, which should launch in the next couple weeks, and that looks pretty promising. So looking forward to that. We've been monitoring the status of the trading bot, and the trading bot is doing a lot better right now. They've got an open trade right now that's about $100,000 in profit, so that'll make a really big dent. And of course, as you guys know, if you watch my channel, these bots play the averages. So while you may have a couple of down months, in the aggregate over a 12-month period, it should be profitable. So let's see. Only time will tell, but the current open trades and the profit and everything that's sitting there is looking really promising. So I'm hoping for a much, much better 2023 for Furio. And like I said, this is a protocol that's actually making me money. I've ROI'd from this. So hate all you want if you don't like this project, but the object of this is to make money. I compounded for 5, almost 6 months straight. Got myself in a position to where it made sense financially to claim some profits. I started doing that responsibly, and now I'm reaping the benefits of it. I know I have a lot of friends and family that started a little bit after me, so I recommend that you compound into a point to where it makes sense to claim, and then you use a responsible claiming strategy. My hope is that the bot does better and better, continues to feed the LMS, we eventually break from the upside, and we see a price increase. Will it happen? Who knows? Only time will tell. This protocol is not going away tomorrow. Next up, let's talk about the yield robot. If you haven't seen my recent video on it, it's on my channel. Right here, earn 2% daily ROI. That's a good video that breaks everything down. So if you're interested in this, you're seeing my profits, you want to try to get in, that's the video to watch. This is also the baked beans video. So back here, 2% daily. I've been claiming every single day. As you can see, they're up to 3,687 people as far as users. Daily return is at 2%, and it has been paying me that 2%. My claimable reward right now is about 1 day's worth of rewards, which is $30. You can tell my BUSD per day is $29.08. So far so good. The claim button has been working, the deposit button has been working, and that's all you can ask for. Yield Robot did do an AMA. They talked about a few things on there. I posted it in my Telegram chat. It was pretty interesting. They've got a main office that's in Canada. They're utilizing bot trading, but they've also got 5 traders that are doing manual trading. And so far that trading's been really successful. How long they can maintain that, I'm not particularly sure. On the AMA, they were very confident that they can continue that type of performance. But for me, I'm just being cautiously optimistic. Again, the nice thing, like I said, about this protocol is after 30 days, you can unstake your funds and take them out if you want. So this $970, which was $1,000 before the tax, I'm able to take out in about 25 days. So I'm going to play it by ear, but I might do that just so I can ROI. And from then on, I'll just continue to play with the house money. So I originally put in my 1,000, I added like 290, then I added another 10 because I wanted to come to an even number, and then I'm a freak about even numbers, so I added another couple hundred so I could come to a total of $1,500, which is what I've invested so far. I'm on the fence about investing more. I've got some other protocols that I'm in, so I don't want to spread myself too thin as far as capital. That's why I got in. This thing lasts for 25 days more. I will ROI and then some, but of course every day I'm getting paid 30 days. So I've already claimed 117. Why don't we just claim this on camera? So 3086. All right, got to turn the ledger on. Claim reward 3086, 3087. All right, that is claimed and it is sitting in my wallet. So I've got about 150 bucks back. So just a couple days, I'm 10% to ROI. So like I said, there's 3,687 total users right now. The TVL is up over 1 million. I think it's at 1.2 million right now. So I got boosted up, and then it's all the way up to 5,000 users that get into the protocol. So the first 5,000 are going to get an NFT that allows them to earn an additional 1% per day. So that would boost this up quite a bit for me. An additional 1% is like an extra 15 bucks. So that's significant. On the AMA, we talked about it a little bit. It sounds like pretty soon they're going to kick those out, and it will take them a week or two to implement that additional 1%. So look forward to that if that's something you're interested in. And the team talked a little bit about doxing themselves. They say they've got a YouTuber that's going to be able to go out and actually visit their site and see everything live. So I assume this is to their main office in Canada. Go record some stuff, record them making the trades, put together a little video. So I'm not sure what level that will dox them at, but I thought that was just kind of an interesting tidbit that came out of the AMA from last week. Next up, let's talk about baked beans. All right, the contract balance on baked beans, just so you guys know, this is basically 3% per day. You can earn up to 6% per day, I think, if you build a team. But for most people who are getting on the solo ride, this is gonna be a 3% daily ROI protocol, almost up to 3,000 BNB in there in just a few days. So far, so good. Like I said in my last video, and again, you can see that here, the team is much improved, the tokenomics are much improved, so it's kind of a specific protocol to be in. you're definitely going to want to watch my other video before you put money in here so you understand the strategy, because it's not ideal just to dump a bunch of money in and then claim out. But I can't stress this enough. If you get into miners, try to get into them soon after they launch. So a lot of you guys have reached out in the comments and said, hey, I lost money in the first baked beans. The very, very high likelihood that you guys bought in at the hype at the end. So what could easily happen here is baked beans starts to slowly climb, coast for a little bit, then a couple big YouTubers do videos on it, it gets a bunch of traction and booms. Once it booms, you'll hear all the hype and then you'll decide you want to get in. And it's at that point that all the early investors may say, okay, well, it's gone up a lot. It's safe to pull my money out now. They may pull the money out and that'll ruin some of the liquidity. So if you're going to get into miners, just try to do it fairly early, at least in the first few weeks. Now this thing could do like BNB Miner did. I think BNB Miner's been around for like coming up on 500 days or something like that, which is just outrageous for a miner. That thing will have some peaks, it'll surge again, it'll have some lows, it'll have some peaks again. So we could technically see that here. But if you want to be as safe as possible with your money and you want to get into a miner, you want to do it early. You want to go through the proper steps to ROI fairly early. And then from then on, if you're playing with house money, you can keep compounding for a while. You can add additional funds to it if that's what you want to do. But my recommendation, not financial advice, don't wait until the last minute to get into miners and then complain that you lost money in it. You have to understand the DeFi protocols that you're getting into. I like this one because I like the team in particular. I think the tokenomics are interesting. I've already made 2 more deposits since my first initial deposit, and I will probably make 1 more of a pretty good size. And then I'll come up with a compound claim strategy. Claiming is most ideal every 10 days. So I don't know if I'll compound for 6 or 7 days, let it build up for a couple days, and then claim every 10th day. I'll figure out what I want that strategy to be, but don't be the guy who's like, it gets in at the last second and is wondering why they lost money. You got to play the protocols like they're designed to be played, and every protocol's got different risk. Listen, Drip Network, Animal Farm, those are probably going to be around for a long time, so I can play the long game with those. Other protocols that I'm unsure of, maybe the team's not proven, maybe they're just set up to be quicker cash, you got to play those differently. You don't play the long game there. You play the ROI game, and then you can decide what to do after that. So just keep that in mind before you invest, but I got a couple good videos on those. I also invested a little bit into, I didn't show it on video yet, but into DeFi Proof's collab called Droplet. It's kind of a trading bot setup, a tomb fork. I threw in on the pre-sale, and I don't know exactly when everything's going to go live, but soon I'll make a video on that, and that's going to help feed some money back into the Drip ecosystem. And I haven't done a video on this one yet, but I'm about to get in. Where is it? I'm going to get into this one, which is going to launch here in 44 minutes. This is the Mischief of Fortune. This is a collab between Crypto Richie, right? Crypto Mischief. Hopefully most of you guys are familiar with him. He's a trusted member of the community, awesome guy. I would consider him a friend, and also Crypto Craig. Now he created the Farm of Fortune. It's been hugely successful. I want to say that's a 2% daily ROI. This is a 1% daily ROI, and it's set up with really sustainable tokenomics. So I think this one's going to last for a long time. I need to dig into the project a little bit more before I make a video, but I'm going to throw some money in. First off, I want to support these guys because I personally like them and trust them. And of course, if I ever come up with a project on my own or some sort of collaboration, I hope that these guys will also support us. So as soon as this timer gets to 0, I'm going to throw a little bit of money in this project. I don't know how much yet. I'll probably throw maybe like 500 USDC. As you can see down here, there's a limit of 100,000 USDC. So I figure if I can't do that, I'll scale myself down and just do like 500. But I want to support these guys, and I'm going to do a video on it. So if you want to get in, when you see my video, it'll be out in maybe 1 or 2 days. Again, this is a protocol that would probably be most ideal if you get in early. So let me throw it in here, and I'll get my referral code if you guys are interested in supporting me. There's a couple of people that I know that are going into this project, so I may hit them up in Telegram real quick and just have them send me the link to their referral code, just so I'm supporting them too. It always makes me happy when members of the community are just supporting each other, pumping the projects they like, supporting the devs that are honest, right? There's only so many that are in the space, so we got to come together and do our best to make money, especially since we're in the middle of a bear market. So those are most of the projects I'm in right now. There's a couple others. I'm still in Piston, still in Cairo, a couple others that I'm slowly pulling money from, but these are the main ones I wanted to discuss today. So let me know what you guys think. I have a video on pretty much every one of these projects, so if you want to get in, there's bound to be a full tutorial on my screen. You can also ask questions in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and please, if you are available, come tune in for tomorrow's interview with Crypto Wendy O. Thank you guys for joining today. Happy investing.